Get your core boards, communication apps, or devices ready. Mr. Cooperider has another chapter of Alice in Wonderland for us.
Hello, and welcome back to our read-through of Alice in Wonderland. We continue with Chapter 8, The Queen's Croquet Ground. Alice noticed a tree trunk in front of her, with a door on it. She opened it and found herself back in the hall with the glass table and the gold key. "This time I know what to do," she said. She nibbled at the mushroom until she was small enough to go through the little door into the lovely garden with its flower beds and fountains. Alice was surprised to see 3 gardeners busily painting a white rose tree red. Even more surprised when she saw that they were playing cards. They were flat and oblong, with hands and feet at the corners. Their names were 2, 5, and 7. Look at this picture. Look at the playing cards. "You see, miss, this here rose tree ought to have been red," 2 was explaining. "If the queen sees it, we shall have all of our heads chopped off." "Hush," whispered 5. "Here she comes." All 3 fell flat on their faces. There was a sound of many footsteps, and Alice looked round, eager to see the queen. First came 10 soldiers carrying clubs. Then came 10 courtiers decorated with diamonds. Then came the 10 royal children, hand in hand, with hearts on their tunics. Next came the guests, including the Duchess and the White Rabbit. And then came the Knave of Hearts, carrying a crown on a red velvet cushion. Last of all, in the grand procession, came the King and the Queen of Hearts themselves. Alice curtsied and told the Queen her name. "I needn't be afraid of them," she thought. "They're only a pack of cards." The Queen looked at the gardeners, lying flat on the ground. "Turn them over," she said to the knave. The gardeners jumped up and started bowing to everyone. "Off with their heads!" cried the Queen, and the procession moved off. "You shan't be beheaded," said Alice, popping the gardeners into a large flower pot before the soldiers could catch them. Then she caught up with the procession. "Get to your places!" shouted the Queen in a voice like thunder. It was the strangest game of croquet Alice had ever seen. The balls were curled up hedgehogs, and the mallets were flamingos. The soldiers had to double up and stand on their hands to make the arches. By the time Alice had her flamingo in position to tap the ball, her hedgehog had uncurled and crawled away. The players didn't wait their turns and quarreled over the hedgehogs. The Queen stamped about, shouting, "Off with his head!" or "Off with her head!" every few minutes. Soon the game was over. All the players except the King and Queen and Alice had been sentenced to be beheaded. Alice was relieved to hear the King whisper to them, "You are all pardoned." Alice was talking to the Duchess when a trumpet sounded in the distance. "The trial's beginning! Come on," said the Duchess, taking Alice by the hand. "What trial is that?" Alice panted, running to keep up with her. Here is the Queen, who might be a little angry. Let's see what happens next on our next chapter. Goodbye.